Hey guys, this is Sam here, bringing you this video. As of this video, the Pokemon Anime has completed a total of 1134 episodes. Among these episodes, a lot of them are fillers. Fillers are basically episodes that aren't really related to the plot. In other words, no major event like gym battle or evolution happen in these episodes. Thus, few watchers prefer to skip these episodes in favor of more important ones. Now, I'm not saying these filler episodes are bad by any means. In fact, few fillers are my favorite episodes in their specific series. But it can't be denied that few fillers are actually bad. And if watchers really have to skip some episodes, then they should skip the bad fillers, as neither are they interesting nor do they have any major event happening in them. So that's why I made this video to discuss the top 5 worst fillers of Pokemon Journeys. Now Journeys is in an interesting situation because Go catches a Pokemon in almost every episode and the gang travels to all the region continuously. That's why there are hardly any fillers. As a result, I have redefined filler for this specific series. So fillers in this series are basically the episodes in which not much happen. In other words, even if Go catches something, but the capture is not important like a Tentacool, then it won't affect the episode to be a filler or a non-filler. Also, filler episode for this series won't be affected if Ash and Go are traveling any specific region. Also note that this is entirely my opinion. If you guys like this episode, fair enough. With all that being said, let's start the discussion. The worst filler for the 5th spot is a close call for pretty much Pikachu. Look, I don't hate this episode, but I feel that there are better fillers comparatively. There were good moments of bonding of Lucario and Cinderace, but overall I feel the gag of them jumping around became kinda useless over time. As a fan of both Lucario and Cinderace, I like this episode. However, if I remove my personal bias, then it definitely gets the ranking of meh. The worst part is that this episode took place in Unova. So, rather than Ash and Go finding and traveling through the cool places in the region, we got this filler instead that could have easily took place in Kanto. So that's why this episode is on this list. See, I'm sorry because I know many people like this episode and I also kinda did. But I just feel that overall there were much more enjoyable fillers in this series as compared to this one. The worst filler for the 4th spot is episode 19, the Ditto episode. In this episode, Team Rocket meets and befriends a Ditto and helps it to learn to transform. Now where have I seen this before? Oh yeah! The original series had a similar episode, right? Look, this episode suffers from a similar situation to the last one. It is not exactly bad, but it honestly isn't that interesting. And quite boring and forgettable overall. Yeah, it has its share of nice moments, but just isn't able to be as great as other fillers. The Ditto never shows up again, so what was the point of this episode, yeah? Whatever. Oh, also, Go catches a Rattata here. Youngster Joey would be so proud of you, my boy. Okay, with these decent fillers out of the way, let's discuss the fillers which were, well, actually bad. So, for the number 3 spot, we have episode 9. The Ho episode. This episode was just disappointing, man. This features an iconic legendary Pokemon being none other than Ho. However, instead of focusing on Ash, it focuses on 2 random characters of the day instead, who never appears again. It would make much more sense if the episode focused on already existing characters like Gym Leader Morty and Eugene, characters who have already once been introduced in the series at one point. But no, let's introduce 2 random characters of the days which we have never seen before and we will probably never see again. Moreover, the overall plot of the episode wasn't nearly as interesting as it could have been. Go catches a Stantler and a Mischievous who were causing trouble, and that's it. Also, when Ho does appear, it was not seen by Ash. So what was the whole plot of it? This episode was overall a rather boring filler, and a waste of an episode featuring a legendary Pokémon in my opinion. So for the number 2 spot of the worst fillers, we have Episode 8, the Piplup and Krogunk episode. Oof! I personally love these two Pokemon, but this filler was just not any good in my opinion. At least in the whole episode, Ash has a small flashback to the first episode of the original series. Here, however, he does not even mention Brock's Krogunk or Dawn's Piplup. Missed opportunity in my opinion. What makes the fact even more bad is that this episode was just way too generic. Ash and Group meets a random person and decide to help her. Team Rocket shows up and causes trouble. Team Rocket blasts off and the episode ends. The worst part overall has to be that it was actually the first filler in Journeys and was directly followed by the whole episode. So yeah, Journeys definitely did not have the best start when it came to filler episodes. It did got better over time though. And now for the number 1 spot on the list. Any guesses? Oh come on, if you saw the thumbnail then you know the answer. The worst filler and arguably the worst Pokemon episode in Journeys is Episode 41, the Marshtomp episode. Oh my god! This has to be by far one of the most boring episodes in the Pokémon anime. It was a 2-parter in one episode. The first part focuses on Team Rocket trying to dub Pikachu while Meowth is sick. Excuse me? What the is that? And if you thought this was bad, then don't even get me started over the Marshtomp part, cause it was even worse. Marshtomp is stuck in the ground, Ash and Go are unable to help it, and the Ludicolo eventually helps it with Drain Dance, only to find out that all the Marshtomp are stuck again the next day. Why? Honestly, the best part of the episode was probably Raboot looking cool in the sunlight. But other than that, I can freely say that this episode was an absolute waste of time and I don't recommend it to you guys at all. And yep, that settles the list. Credits to my friend Oresti on Twitter for helping me with this video. Thanks bro. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time.